You did it. You beat the Ender Dragon. In some cases, you might consider that beating your hardcore world. Although there is an end after the end, so we should include that too. I'm not gonna mess with that egg for right now. There's that thing off in the distance. The obelisk. Did you bring that trapdoor like I said? Because now is when you're gonna need it. Also, you would probably want some ender pearls, but let's do this first. And right about here or so. We're almost there. Oops. Oh. And so if you have the trapdoor, place it on this one and then ram yourself down like that. And you can just crawl in here instead of trying to throw an ender pearl through it. Woohoo! Grab some of these while it's giving me the chance. If you are paying attention to advancements, which I don't think has been a topic of conversation this whole time, there is one that I think is kind of fun that has to do with trying to eat one of everything in Minecraft, and that does include these chorus fruits, so go ahead and grab one of those while you're here. And I noticed that it gives me a recipe unlock to make a, I think it's called like a popped chorus fruit or something. I have no idea what that does. I've never had one before. So it would be a good idea to take note of your coordinates next to this thing. I have learned though recently that these spawn in a circle around 0, 0. So if you really needed to, you could later on fly to 0, 0 to get back home. But typically these islands extend outwards from the middle and those appear in a circle. So long as you are heading towards 0, 0, you have a pretty good chance of finding one of those. And so yeah, welcome to the end. This place is very desolate, and I honestly think it needs some sort of update, because I don't know why an ending to the game would be this empty and sad. It's kind of like the Nether, except even less interesting, actually. So there are a few ways to tackle this place. You either would want to bring a few pickaxes and get a ton of blocks to build little bridges between the two platforms, or just the multiple tiny little island platforms to get around. Or you can build up a little bunker to kill some endermen to get some ender pearls to throw them across the smaller gaps. I noticed there's 2 obelisks there. That's weird. Is that normal? It's frightening. Then there is a 3rd way, but I don't recommend it, which is to bring a bucket of water in here and a trident with riptide on it and do some pearl throwing with that, which launches you a good like 300 to 500 blocks, but it is not very accurate. And alright, so now we get to pick a direction to go. And you want to find the one with the biggest platform, generally, I would say. So I guess I'm going to go this way. Hit that crouch button as hard as you can. Remember, you can middle click to get more blocks out of your pack. If you keep the helmet on, this place is even less interesting. And would you look at that? I thought it was going to take me 2 hours to find that. That's what you're looking for if you've never been here before. Although, you are looking for one that has like this little floating pirate ship thing on it. And so far it is not looking like it has one. Wait. If I... No, I don't think it does. Still wouldn't be a bad idea to get to it, but those have lots of chests with very beneficial things in them, but it doesn't look like that has what we're here for. Oh, I see another one over there.
Wait, you actually found it?
Just have to get to them over these giant chasms. Alright, I think it's time for me to get an ender pearl. At least one. Or 3, nice. Looting 3 for the win. And we're getting closer to that one. It doesn't look like it. Has an obelisk next to it to get home, but no boat. I think one of the last few data packs I get to mention about this series is that I have one here in the end that makes it so as you find loot inside these temple and fortress things, they come with extra stats on them, so they actually are better than weapons you could make at home, which I think is a really neat idea. Being able to get a diamond sword that, see, what does it say on here? It says it has 10.5 attack damage. I could possibly and potentially find another one of those just in a chest in one of those in temples, and it would still have that 10.5 attack damage on it, but it would also have another one that would say like +7 attack damage or like +13 attack damage. I think it goes all the way up to double, but it's just a matter of if you're lucky enough to find one that has something that high on it. So it's not like you can guarantee yourself that you're going to get something that good, but I mean you have a chance at getting something that good, and it just makes it so that getting stuff from the end is a little bit more beneficial and just adds another extra reason to come here, and I like that. It would make it a little overpowered to go back into the overworld and be able to one-shot pretty much everything there, but other than like the wither, I feel like that's not even a bad thing. Like, you beat the game, like, you get some sort of reward, right? Other than that weird dragon egg and an elytra. Same goes for armor too. You can find that as well. Just went all that way, and then I promise you, I don't usually find temples this often, this quickly. Oh, I think I came from that one. Never mind. I see my bridge over there. Okay, so that's one I already saw. But it usually takes me a good hour before I even find the first one. If your computer can handle it, you can turn the chunks up higher and try and let it load. But, yep, I really think it just kind of comes down to poor game design as to, like, why would you make this a thing that a player has to do? I was about to sprint over that, and then would have died. Thought I almost overshot it. And don't worry if your ender pearl falls into the void. Future Colin, if you are able, go and get that clip of Brennan doing exactly that.
Yeah. I'm just
See?
like, oh, hello, what beautiful eyes you have. And he's like,
See that
I don't like where this is going.
that thing up there?
No. I'm just kidding. I do, but I don't want to.
You have to throw an ender pearl through that. Should we build to it?
You know what they say in old times. Eurlosium. Where am I going? Well, this is my time to say goodbye before the entire world ends.
Oh man,
Get
I
that
wasn't
one?
sure
Right.
if you would teleport into the void, but if you hit the side of that, you're gonna fall into the void.
I shouldn't have thrown it. Okay, I'm done. You scared me with your void talk.
And the ender pearl has to actually hit something to teleport you, so you don't have to worry about that. Is that a boat? That's a boat right there. That's what we needed. That is what we needed. We are almost there, guys. It'll be like the end of fantasy life when you get the boat and you get to sail to the end of the universe. And that was a great game. I don't want to lag here. Please, not right now. I didn't want him to die like that. I don't get his pearl that way. Oh, hi. Can you get back up here? Can you get back up here? Whatever. Whatever, man. Actually, no, I don't trust that. I don't trust that. Because I'm going to be making a bridge, so even if you have to fall. Hello, random cave noise. I'd say I'd been expecting you, but I wasn't. Because I'm in a different dimension. Here, one more. And by one more, I meant actually get one more. Okay, almost there. Almost there. That was a good noise. Oh, now I got two chasing me. And that's more like it. Alright. Onward. I have more cobblestone. The end is in sight. Ha 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 ha. Hey, if you're bored, go ahead and leave a comment down there on what you would add to the end to make it more interesting. It's quite a blank slate right now as it is, so. Should be like Ender Knights walking around in like a cool Ender Castle or something, I don't know. I'm sitting here floating above a void, and my cat's looking at me with those big eyes, like he's about to attack. I'm in danger. Haha, I'm in danger. Ooh. Okay. I'm safe, I think. Yeah, let's make it the rest of the way. And so now you got a bit of a choice. Actually, we got a choice on a few things. You can take off the pumpkin helmet and put a helmet back on so that you have better defenses for this, because the inside of these places do kind of hurt a lot. The ship is never that low to the ground. Don't believe what you see. It's never that low. It's not possible for it to be that low to the ground. It's the first time I've ever seen that. That's pretty ridiculous. It's actually like within distance of me throwing a pearl up there. How come everything in this Let's Play has just been like, well, usually it's like this, but I could just do it real easy like this instead. And then I have to tell myself, like, no, you're making a guide. You got to do it the real way. The real way is to just pillar up and then throw a pearl. But I feel like you'd be interested in what's in here too. And those were pretty much the choices. So just make sure you got your food on you, got your apple at the ready, got a shield in your hand, and hey, look, there's another one over there. Watch that one have a ship too. These guys, they shoot you and they make you float, and that seems inconvenient until you realize it's going to drop you at some point. Let's just go ahead and head in here. Just break our way in since I'm floating. It is important to kill a few of those shulker box things though, because you want to get the items from them to make a shulker box. Because shulker boxes are one of the coolest things in Minecraft. You can store a ton of stuff in it and then carry it around and then color it to your wildest desires and dreams and stuff. It's great. Everything about this place is a really ugly purple. I guess the purple isn't so bad, but the texture on it is really weird. Everything about it is like a parkour game. You want to find this area with this little arch thing, because that always directs to a ship like that, and then you throw a pearl at it. But let's just venture in here just a wee bit, so in case anybody has never even like made it here in general, they kind of know what they're getting into, what options are here, and also just because I want to find some of that special loot. Most of these rooms are going to be empty, which is, again, poor game design, because why would you make it so hard to get to one of these places and then just have it be a bunch of empty rooms that might have a chest? Like, I don't know, it don't seem right. If you're not good at parkour stuff, you can crouch as you jump on these to make sure you don't fall off afterwards. Note that near the top of it there is often something to hit your head on, especially when you come into this room. This room is really neat because it seems like something out of like Harry Potter or something. You wait around for something to hit you, and then you start floating through it, and you think, oh no, I'm floating, what am I? Oh, maybe Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is more like it. You can technically parkour your way up this room if you wanted to kill all these things with bows, but honestly, just to tank like every, or like take every third hit, but try and tank everything else so that you continue floating, but you don't take too much damage on your way up here. Then here are some chests, and if you do have to parkour your way up that, you do have to jump on the end rods, so just decide if you want to do that or not. We have a new diamond pickaxe, pretty cool. They can keep these things, some armor that I don't care about, some iron that I probably don't even need. I'm not gonna mess with the gold. These are part of the data pack somewhere. I think you trade them with villagers to get like player heads or something, so I'm just gonna not mess with those. Here is sharpness 3 on a diamond sword, and it says ancient weapon. So you'll notice that says 13.23 attack damage as opposed to my 10.5, so that's pretty good. I'm gonna hold on to that for now until I find a better one. Silk touch shovel, I will take that. I will leave that here. Leave that here. I guess I'll take emeralds. So yeah, that's not so bad. Not too bad. Also, if you break one of those chests, and if you brought enough wood with you, you can make a chest and then craft a shulker shell right here and not have to worry so much about pack space. You can just carry it around with you. But I think that that does it for this temple. Now we just go into the boat. Well, there's that there. You do want to be careful not to float too high with these guys, because it can really start to hurt. If one of them is bothering you, you can always hit these things to disable them. They'll kind of track their way to you in a grid-like fashion, but you can hit them with a sword, and that will undo that. But right now we are going to try and get to that ship. I guess I'm floating again. Doesn't last for very long, but it should get me around here. I'm just gonna ender pearl down there like that. heal up just a bit. Oh, well, alright, here I go. And just like that. Now we're here. I always find myself floating too much here, so try and grab onto the ladder and get yourself under that while you're floating. There's always a potion stand in here with instant health too. Kind of cool, I guess, but meh. I'm gonna get rid of that guy. Just like that. And we have done it. There is my beautiful, beautiful Slayer cape. The Elytra. And so let's toss that out. Let's toss... I kind of want to keep the string. I don't want to keep the mutton. Boop. Aw, yeah. Note that when you put this on, you lose a lot of armor. I'm going to put my helmet on so that I can just enjoy this moment. Open this up. Hey, check it out. 4 diamonds. Helmet with ancient armor. This has 4.5 armor, whereas this has 3. So not a big difference there, but it has protection 4, unbreaking 3, and mending, so that's pretty cool. I think I'll go ahead and do the shulker shell thing. So let's go ahead and do just one of those. Oops. Gotta actually place it, don't I? I just placed it over the water bucket, and I should mention that if you are out and the Endermen are chasing you or attacking you in too large of a group that you don't feel like you can handle it, do remember that you can throw down a water bucket on the floor, and it'll spread out in all directions, and you will give yourself some time to handle the Enderman before worse happens. Where's that chest at? Probably in my inventory and I'm just not seeing it. There it is. Then that goes there, that goes there, and just like that. Put that down, stand in all the junk. Let's fill this with that, these, that. Got some more diamond legs, but they're not ancient weapons or whatever. Don't need this right now. Don't need that right now. Don't need that right now. Don't need that right now. Got another pickaxe. Kind of cool. What was in the other chest now? We have 5.6 on this armor. Pretty good. Curse of Vanishing. Meh. I'm just going to leave that. It vanished, I guess. Lots of iron. My voice is going out. I've been doing this for too long. Shovel has efficiency 4. I'll take that. I'll also take that. It's pretty good. Doop, doop. Don't want that. Awesome. So I'll take that. I didn't mean to break all that. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna head back out there. I won't put the pumpkin back on yet. But what we're gonna do is take a stack of this and a stack of this and do that. I probably didn't need that many right now, but you know. We get to fly. We get to fly, guys. You can grab a, yeah, I'll do it. I was gonna say you can if you want to, but yeah, I'll take one. It's part of beating the game. Come on. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, we're going down there anyway. Usually that falls into the void. You just use the elytra to make that fall not hurt, if you were wondering. And alright, let's go check out that other end fortress, and be mindful that your elytra does not have mending on it yet. And so you only get a certain distance to fly in here. And it all depends on the durability of your elytra as well as how many rockets you have. So that other temple near us did not have a boat. It could possibly have some good ancient weapons in it, but like I said, I don't usually play a whole lot after this point. All we gotta do is get home and then this series is over. Yeah, that's all there is here. There's nothing else other than trying to find more boats for like more elytra or something. But let's go ahead and try and make our way to 0, 0. So this is making me increase my numbers. Let's go this way, and then that way. Do remember with an elytra that you can run into things too hard even if it hasn't loaded yet, and it can kill you in one shot. So just be careful while you're flying. Because you always get to a point like this where the game just isn't loading fast enough for you. And so I guess maybe that this is... Oh. This is... I had a feeling that guy was gonna give me problems. Yeah, I didn't ask for that right now. And now I lost track of what direction I was going. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So this is this way? There we go. While we're at this point in time, I guess I get to the opportunity to just thank you for watching this far. I imagine I will look back at this video a few years later, and this video here is gonna have like maybe 20 views, maybe 7, I don't know. I like recording things for fun, and I do know that some people appreciate these videos. They enjoyed it as well. I know it's not quite as many as other people have. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I know it's not many views, but I know that some people do enjoy it. So if you are one of those people, thank you for sticking around and just sticking up with this project. Had a lot of fun with it. Right now the ground isn't loading because I am flying over the huge gap between the main island and the outer islands. I was going to be looking for an obelisk to make my way back with, but I accidentally just started flying out the other direction anyway. So I think this is it over here. Yeah. But yeah, you either fly around and look for an obelisk or fly back like this. Just make sure not to look at the Enderman while you don't have a pumpkin thing on. And do I take the egg with me? I guess. I don't know how to get the egg. Do I have a torch with me? Not really. Can I grab this without falling? How about that one? How about this one? Nope. I get one more chance, I think. Let's not go from the corner, let's go from forward. I'm crouching, by the way. Yay, I got it. Then you find the egg, go like this. Find that torch. Put it down, go like that. And you got yourself a dragon egg. And you can come back here later on. Oh, he dropped his head, that's hilarious. You can come back here later on, make an Enderman farm. Those are really fun. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this little series. Let me know if you died in your hardcore world, what way you died. Share some stories of what happened. They will always be fun to read. I should also mention that sometimes jumping into the end like this crashes your game. But I know is really interested in that end credit scene anyway, so it's okay if it crashes your game. I did do this once where I beat it and I placed like my shulker chest down and some other things down, took a picture of me, and then I picked it back up and jumped in the portal. My game crashed, and when I logged back in, it had like reverted time a little bit. Sorry, I'm stretching. And it put me back on the other end islands, and for some reason it like deleted my stuff that I placed down in the shulker boxes. So just be careful before hopping into the end portal like this. Maybe reload your world or something. But with that, I'll go ahead and let everyone go. Glad you enjoyed. Bye bye.